Hello and welcome to a brand new season of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race 2025, Season 1, supported by World Class Lions, with more prize money on the way for this year, which is fantastic. We thank World Class Lions for their involvement again. You're watching this on Sim Broadcasts, live on Twitch and YouTube as ever. I'm Peter Butcher, and joining me in the commentary box tonight, it's Eoin Harmon. Eoin, welcome along for another season of RTFR.
Yeah, I'm more than honoured to be here again, Pete. Thanks very much for giving me the opportunity. And yeah, it is going to be a heck of a season now that everyone is reset to zero. And I hope they're all eager and ready to go for some high quality action during 2025.
Yeah, the action begins tonight at Aston Cup, which is a custom configuration at Aston Autodrome using a mod, the toy Yoda JT86, which we'll talk about in just a minute's time. Let's have a look at the 12-round championship. Sorry, my apologies. It's going to start tonight and run through all the way until June the 10th. We'll have a couple of milestones during this, actually. The 350th RTFR is going to be next time out, 2 weeks' time, with the BF1 at Fern Bay Gold Reverso, and that's going to be mega.
Yeah, that's really going to be a BF1 sort of style event. We know we've think FBM, those sort of opposite the Frag Masters, the BF1 Cup and all that. Yeah, it's going to feel a lot like that again. And yeah, definitely this race will set the tone for the first season of RTFR in 2025. So yeah, that's one that many drivers won't want to miss.
Yeah, reminiscent of the MRC BF1 series as well. So yes, we'll get some of that for the 350th. I think a lot of people are looking forward to that. So me too, I think that's fair to say. Tonight we're going to be using something a little bit slower, but by no means unexciting. It's the 2-litre flat 4 rear-wheel drive 1.2 ton 200 brake horsepower toy Yoda JT86, inspired by, let's be honest, the GT86, right? So yeah, it's quite a good looking mod.
Yeah, it's pretty much true to the real life car. Just obviously the little tweaks to make it a little bit unique to make sure we're not blatantly using other people's property. So yeah, it does look like a tidy little number. It will be certainly a bit, it won't be 0 to 100 necessarily in rapid pace, but yeah, it will definitely get you going in a smooth fashion as long as you don't hit the curbs too hard.
Indeed, of which there are many around Aston Cup, which uses part of AS2 and then goes into AS1 and back onto AS2. So yeah, very nice. 16 laps of racing this evening, so a straight shoot to the line. And yeah, the drivers are all getting ready in the background. They've already done a qualifying session, which will bring you the results of right now. pole position went to Gabba and Rick Cardle. So these two, they're throwing down the gauntlet.
That's right. Yeah, Sidus left empty-handed in terms of the titles last season, so they want to start the new year off to make sure they get everything that they've desired back in their column. So yeah, 1-2 to begin qualifying, not too shabby.
Yeah, I don't see Antti Valter on the server, so Antti potentially not going to be defending his championship as we head into round 1 at the very least. But here are the results of the previous season of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race, with Gabba there in P2. I'm sure he'd quite like to win this one.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, get himself moving along with the season. I know when he won in last year's events, however many wins he got, a lot of them were pretty one-sided or maybe straight 1v1 fight against another supreme driver. So yeah, if he can knock off a victory to begin the year, then that will certainly send an ominous message.
It will indeed. Let's head to the grid, Owen, for the first time this year and get the action underway.
That's it. Yeah, we'll always remember the slogan, race green, race clean, even if this time last year it was remarkably forgotten as the mayhem ensued. So hopefully no more of that, please. We'll look forward to a strong race as Gabor is in Rony's colours. So here we go. The lights are on, waiting for the launch, and there we go. These narrow tyres will be put through their paces, but it will be a straight run to the first hairpin to the right to begin the lap. So Gabor will pull to the racing line. He's got Rick behind him, but of course Sufor also in Rony's colours. He'll be on the high line against Falcon. So yeah, if he can pick out his spot as Rick defends the inside, Matt Jester's going to come in quite hot. Mouse Men looks good. Hussein also through on the outside, so not so good for Matt Jester, I'm afraid. Unite and I think Nossel are side by side there, as is Adoris and Twin Camp to complete our top 10.
Yeah, good start to the race and a very colourful
the
Muli to be.
The Muli in the red flames went down the inside there. Almost made a stick.
Yeah, 3 wide in 2 places up into the downhill right-hand hairpin to kind of begin the cadet lap here as we head up the Eau Rouge corkscrew for the first time. And it's Gabba leading ahead of Rick Cardle still, with Sufor there in 3rd place.
Yeah, the temptation would have been to go on to the long back straight, but of course it is a double apex right here in Aston Cup. Now more narrow corners coming, the tricky 9 and 10 hairpins. You know them well, I'm sure. Haichiroku unfortunately has departed. He's in the spectators booth, so he will not get to finish this race unless he quickly telepits and tries again. So we're down to 31 competitors right now.
Yeah, we've got a 3 wide situation here with Martin Kapal involved, and cars going off at the fast chicane. Fast chicane that is notably getting a reprofiling in the new Aston that we were teased a few days ago. Looking forward to that. As Gabba crosses start finish to start lap number 2 with almost a 1 second lead now over his teammate. And it's Sufor who starts this season strongly, Owen. This is going to be fascinating this year. A driver that's been going from strength to strength. Currently finds himself in P3 in round 1. It's a good place to be.
Yeah, most impressive. And yeah, if he can become one of our breakout stars of the new year, then yeah, we'll be certainly looking back at this and saying, yeah, well done, Sufor, for making such a fantastic impression in the last couple of months. Yeah, as you were saying, Pete, a lap ago, the colours are on the ultimate spectrum with so many choices, depending where you look. But at the moment, yeah, the Rony's paint job, 1st and 3rd, with Rick Cardle splitting them apart in the standard Sidus purple.
Yeah, I want to say another thing, that we have a monster grid here for the first race. Great turnout. So thanks everyone for getting suited and booted and joining tonight's action. got a close group around Majesta, who's managed to make a place. Although Zadorus, I think, is going to get him back. And does so. Majesta in the orange, Zadorus in the yellow. Behind is Twin Cam with the green wheels, which is the standout. It's the thing that makes it quite obvious. And yeah, Lorenzo getting close to this group. If you tuned into the Zafralis All-Rounder Championship action last night, you'll know that Lorenzo was victorious there in the LX4 at Rockingham National. But finds himself in P12 with a rather different car to drive this evening, a very, very different track. We'll see how he does. As Gabba makes his way across start finish to start lap 3 in the lead. A second ahead of his teammates, so not much change at the front.
Yeah, that's our first real representative fastest lap there as the cars begin to heat up their tyres and get rid of some of their early fuel load. So yeah, 2 minutes 2 is certainly mid-pack if it was a qualifying grid. Now let's look at the mid-pack with Rovnold. He's going to battle Michael Malik. Side by side they'll go through the small kink, and now high line for Michael into turn 1. He has to wait until the understeer backs off, and there we go. Rovnold holds the position. He doesn't have the rear spoiler, so yeah, you do have the customization on this mod. The GT86, you can have a spoiler or go without one, and in the slower corners, Michael sees the benefit of having the rear downforce.
It doesn't have an actual effect, but I like what you're going at. But yeah, there's obviously cosmetic only in LFS. What I do like is that Michael Malik's chosen a very Michael Malik light blue, so we can tell who he was, as a number of the drivers seem to choose the same colour. So we've got Rony going for a move on Yari. It's funny. Series sponsor versus series organizer. I always like that battle. That's always a good one.
Yeah, for sure. Yari gets the slender advantage here. Mark piling in from behind there. Caught me by surprise. I was just looking from Ronnie's perspective, and all of a sudden you see the sort of the bronze brown Toyota coming in very, very quickly. A bit of a slip on the grass there. You don't want to pick up too much of the muck on the outside in case it dirties up the tires too much. But yeah, they'll be getting back to full operating power now for the final corners. And yet another fast lap from Gabor. He's nearly 1 3/4 seconds clear.
Yeah, he's doing a mega job out front. He's opened up the gap by 0.6 of a second on that lap, and crucially, I think actually the top drivers aren't really kind of going apart too much here in this race. The pace is very consistent. Maybe Gabor stretched open the gap a little bit, but Sufor's definitely still in with a shout here. One slip up from Rick Cardle, and Sufor's going to be able to take advantage. But likewise, Falcon closing in on the back of Sufor as well.
Yeah, that he is. And Mouseman, not too shabby whatsoever here, kind of in between the battle for the podium and then the eager drivers behind with Nossel, Unite, and Hussein as well. All going to be fighting hard for our positions. Up All Rouge, beautiful camera shot there. And you'll see now, this is the double apex right as part of the configuration here on the custom layout. So yeah, that's one corner. If you're putting too much stress on the front tires, then you're just going to slide right into the wall.
Yeah, super difficult, especially in the lower powered cars. Without downforce, very difficult to keep the car attached to the road at the best of times when it's in midair. And yeah, Mouseman is, well, he's kind of in a little bit of no man's land here. Equal gap in front and equal gap behind, but definitely some opportunities. We're only just coming up to a quarter of the way through the race, so lots of time left. Let's take a look at Thamuli, who might have a run on Matty here, going into the final corner, and he does.
Yeah, lovely job there. And that's again to 13th there for Tamuli. And now trouble for Matty on the back straight, as we can see there on Twitch. .tv. Tamuli's camera view provided kindly once again by him as part of his membership to Sim Broadcast. So yeah, if you want to join in with the program for the new year, you'd be more than welcome to put in a few extra quid a month and be a channel member. There you go. Magic does complete the pass as well. So Matty, in a matter of about 40 seconds, has lost 2 positions. But he gives Magic a nudge to say, yeah, you're not finished with me just yet.
Yeah, Magic, good move. Really slightly sideways and giving up quite a bit of time there. But I kind of like this alternative RTFR livery with the purple. That's quite nice, that. Purple and the green is a good combination. And Nozzle's got a slightly different one. Got the kind of Lorenzo-esque. Lorenzo likes to use these kind of dark green race green liveries, but Nozzle's chosen to use it today. It's nice that the race green team have slapped a livery or multiple different liveries on the JT86. Nice to see.
Yeah, it's good to have the different two-tone colours, whether it be Rony style or like Magic has something similar as well. Nozzle, of course, he has the darker green. They all have different two-tone colours. Martin McCarry now on camera. He has the flames on the side for Zafiralis, and Rovnold has to stay well clear of that as best he can. But he goes a bit too deep there, and he has to watch the oversteer on the grass, the slippery grass, through the final slalom here. 13-14, and then 3 corners to go to complete the lap. It'll be Martin McCarry going quite high on the outside, hoping for a switchback. Yeah, Rovnold really struggling with his turn in, so that should leave him exposed on the start finish.
Yeah, there's another battle further ahead, which we'll switch to. Martin Capel trying to get a move on Jarek Attila while the battle behind's going off. Let's see if Martin McCarry's managed to get past Rovnold. Yes, he has. In the Zafiralis flame livery that they've put together for the JT86. That's nice. And Martin not able at this point to get through on Yari. But looking into the AS cadet section here, next to move.
Whoa! Look at that
kick of oversteer.
Bit of contact and incredible from Michael. Is he going to make it stick?
Off
That could
track
be overtake of the
overtake.
season, even if it could be under appeal. Wow, what an opportunistic move that was. Rony, of course, he would have seen everything, so it's up to him if he thought that was against racing spirit. So yeah, referee on the case.
Yeah, referee literally involved in the overtake, so we'll find out whether that stands, but we'll see. It's Rony's Tuesday fun race, so I don't think there'll be any penalty for that. Michael will be pleased. Capel will be not pleased. But anyway. And again, Michael taking liberties with track limits through the chicane.
Now Martin is lining up his attack. Could Michael leave the door open? He's trying to use as much of the outside curb as he can just to make sure he's not too close to the apex and he can get a good run out of the final corner. Yeah, that looks fine. But they will move on briefly to the battle for the podium. It's Falcon really gaining on Sufor now. Less than 0.3 of a second, I'd say. Yeah, give or take that much. But Sufor has not given up his accolade at the moment. So we'll see how they get on, of course. And we have Lorenzo, we have Twin Cam, and we have Zadorus all heading into turns 2 and 3. Door-to-door contact there. Twin Cam taken down to the pit exit. the pit blend line. And of course, Mad Jester, he wants a chance at a top 10 again. So let's see if Zadorus can do anything about it. As a matter of fact, he can before the Eau Rouge uphill complex. Yeah, a bit of two-wheel action there for Lorenzo to the right of the camera shot. But the balance was well tuned there. So good to see. And now they'll spread out a bit again. Nicely played. So yeah, four-way battle will heat up. And if they can gain on the likes of Unite and Hussein, then that'll be absolutely brilliant to begin the year.
Yeah, Hussein is a driver currently lapping in P7. Not talked about him yet, but we do have Unite catching. Unite in the yellow, rather odd choice. But Unite is pretty much known for going off-piste with his colour scheme.
Yeah, he does have his moments, all right.
Gabba goes on to lap 8. So we'll be halfway through at the end of this one. As Falcon is trying to have a look on Sufor for P3 then. He's slowly catching up, and the gap from Sufor to Ricardo has been going up too, but Falcon late on the brakes into turn 1, a little bit too late, I think. Sufor will take the place back.
Yeah, definitely encouraging signs here for Falcon if he's continuing to stay close to Sufor. Only 0.2 of a second separated them on their last lap. So yeah, they are very on the level with each other, very equally matched. But of course, they don't want to hold each other up too much and allow Mousemen and Nozzle into play either. That'll make things even trickier. So yeah, down hard on the brakes for turn 4.
This group is definitely bunching up. Mouseman and Nozzle have certainly caught up. Zadorus has gone wide, and Majester's going to get a move made here up the corkscrew. He's still on the inside. Zadorus on the outside. You can hold the line around there if you're canny, but he hasn't managed to. Even opens the door for Tamuli.
You'll know for sure how your tyres have been managed at this stage. Majority drivers look perfectly fine to me. We'll go on board now with Tamuli's perspective. It's going to ride on the case there of Zadorus, but you've got to watch his mirrors as well on the left-hand side in particular now, of course to the right, with the pressure heating up from Zadorus' teammate Magic. So Magic, could he go in the middle here? Zadorus may yield just to give his teammate an opportunity.
No.
Tamuli actually blocked him. No, Tamuli blocked his exit. So Zadorus is fine for now. Maybe he should work together now, get some slipstream with Magic can now get a boost, and they'll try and regain the deficit back to Tamuli.
Yeah, while the teammates are squabbling, we've got Twin Cam trying to make a move for P9 on Lorenzo. Lorenzo up himself from he's made 3 places, but risks losing one again to Twin Cam. Twin Cam hard on the brakes. You saw the car squirming, but he's through. It's a nice move from Twin Cam up to P9.
Yeah, very good there. Now he's got to hang on to the position now. Turns 2 and 3. Got to be careful. We saw, of course, Twin Cam with the blend line. He got pushed down, and that can be really distracting. But at this time, he has the freedom to take the corner as he wants. Lorenzo will not try anything rash down the inside because he knows turns 7 and 8 you could definitely work an overtake there. We saw not too long ago in the battle with Zadorus, Tamuli and Majester. They were all getting very close in that part of the track. Let's see now, can Lorenzo pick a moment here? Decides to stay clear of the standard apex, and it worked out pretty nicely for him.
Magic, Zadorus and Tamuli, another relatively close battle, but Tamuli currently has control of that. He's trying to close down Majester at this stage. And while we've got a bit of a lull in the action, let's talk about the prize fund for Season 1 of RTFR. The winner after 12 rounds will receive €30 in prize money. Second place, €15. And third through fifth will get €10 each. So generous prize pool for that's been sponsored by World Class Lines once again. Both Season 1 and Season 2 will have that prize pool. And XL, the XL edition, will have even bigger prizes. You'll have to stay tuned for what those are in the RTFR XL broadcast, which is coming up on our channel. That'll be on the 28th of January, round 1 of RTFR XL.
Yeah, we made to wait for XL. Feels a bit odd. It's at the end of the month rather than the middle. So yeah, that's one to keep your eyes out on, particularly if you're new to RTFR in general. We go the extra hour plus distance and you have a mandatory pit stop, whereas today it's just a pretty much half an hour approximately dash to the finish. First to the flag wins. And at the moment, Gabor looking like a grand slam here. He's got everything under control. He hasn't given up the lead at any stage. Oh, Timu Soini's disconnected there. So we're down another driver. 29 runners remain. That's a shame for Timu.
Yeah, we didn't see much of Soini, unfortunately, in the opener. But here as we watch for the onboard from Sufor, he's about to have company. There are a queue of cars that are approaching his tailgate. Falcon's been there for a while, of course. He even tried to make a move a few laps ago, but now Mouseman and Nozzle both have closed up thanks to these two dicing with one another. As Sufor heads down into the final corner now. Falcon with a slightly wider line, and yeah, Falcon is being hassled by Mouseman now.
This
Not
is
close enough for a move.
Yeah, this is a golden opportunity for Mouseman to, absolutely get a prime result here to begin the season. I know Sufor is one of the up-and-coming drivers in the last couple of months. He's had a stellar run of it recently. But yeah, Mouseman, he'll be giving it everything he's got to try and snatch away a huge result to begin the year. Race Green would love at least one of their drivers on the podium beside the Sidus pair, and they've got two prime candidates, but Nossel kind of in the background there, you can see him with the red and green stripe on the British Racing Green JT86. So yeah, 4 contenders for a third position, but Nossel at the back of the queue. He'll be really hoping these next 6 laps something comes up that suits him, that can get him a sudden gain.
Yeah, worth mentioning that Sufor, I mentioned that Lorenzo won last night in Zafiralis, but Sufor came P2 as well. Another good performance from him. Well, P2 in qualifying, came P4 in the race. But yeah, it certainly has pace. And yeah, Nozzle showing good pace as well recently. Obviously, beginning of last year or year previously was driving for Friends United, made the switch to Race Green, and has had a notable improvement in race results recently. So clearly something's worked there. Good to see Nozzle up the order.
Yeah, without a doubt. So nice. So a big mistake, Matt Jester. Absolutely off the road there in the first chicane there, 11 and 12. So now he has to regroup, already behind Tamuli. Zadoris wants to pick him off as well. Let's see if it is possible. Tamuli has gone very wide.
Yeah, very wide.
He wanted to probably take it to the extreme, and he maybe slipped off the edge. He does survive it for now, though. Yeah, that was an unusual approach, and maybe it didn't go exactly as he imagined it in his mind. So now Matt Jester, he will get a bit of slipstream as well off Tamuli, but he will have to use the inside line to his advantage, or else he will have lost 2 positions after his mishap. Yeah, he's got a little bit late on the brake test compared to Zadoris. Zadoris stays high. He can't get the ideal turn in with Tamuli already occupying that part of the apex. And incredibly, yeah, Zamuli and Zadorus have overtaken Mad Jester.
Yeah, great stuff. Good action as we head into the latter stages of the race. And Zadorus keen then to make further moves, trying to get through on Thamuni there into the cadet section. But not enough alongside to keep the place. Gabor, meanwhile, has opened up a 4.5 second lead over our number 2 driver, Rick Cardle. And Sufor 11 seconds back from our leader now. So the battle for P3 is certainly not over. But our first 2 places, unless something happens, is pretty much locked up at this point. But here we go. Sufor and Falcon. Falcon has managed to open up the gap again to Mouseman. So impressive that when you've got the pressure from such an experienced driver as Mouseman. He's not been around in the kind of weekly championships for a while, the pickup series, but coming off the back of his win in the bonus run at This Is Crash Mouseman is back a little bit here, which is quite nice to see.
Absolutely, yeah. So the Stevens Day or Boxing Day festivities, they'll always be something to look back on. But yeah, you get to do it once a year, but it's back to business now, and the chance for an elusive podium here. Sufor has not let it go once he's taken ownership of it, but now the stakes really do ramp up with lap 13 of 16, so another 4 to go. Let's see if he can continue to hold on. The odds of him breaking clear, they're very remote now, because Falcon has been just pound for pound his equal today, just can't get an overtake done. So yeah, on the pure lap times, there's so little to separate these two. But Mouseman and Nossel want to do their best, but if anything, Mouseman is a bit closer now. Sufor has to back Falcon up a bit.
Yeah, great stuff. I mean, I hate to, I don't hate, but I'm sorry to keep harping on about it. But I like the fact that This Is Crashmas can be enough of a spark to get someone back into weekly pickup races in Live for Speed. That's nice.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you just sometimes forget, about the what F stands for in RTFR, which is the fun. So yeah, I know sim racing can be a slog. Sometimes you got to work hard to get the results you desire, but yeah, at the end of the day, maybe different types of fun can actually be of benefit, and that's how you can get back into the pickup series, as you say. So yeah, that's how we get our numbers ticking up very nicely to start the new year.
Yeah, Live for Speed is all about the fun. The F in LFS should stand for fun. But anyway, I think other sims are just too serious, Owen. I mean, I know we have our own serious series, but the pickup races in Live for Speed are just brilliant. And it's great that we have more action in 2025 in Live for Speed. Hopefully a big year for the sim. Big changes coming. We're all patiently waiting to see what happens. But hopefully this is the year. Certainly enough teasers and screenshots and excitement around the big graphics update that everyone's been waiting for a number of years. And yeah, huge improvements being made to the Aston track. So go and check those out on the LFS website. And I'm sure over the coming months we'll be talking about what changes those are, because it will have a big impact on the racing here, Owen, once those updates are released. Certain profiling changes to certain corners and chicanes.
Yeah, I suppose Kyoto comes to mind as well. The Boothie chicane will be no more. It'll be
it'll be
turfed over, or be
turned into the Boothie chicane. We're not going to be calling it anything else.
It won't be the same. Yeah,
it's just exactly. The Boothie chicane has been cemented in history now. It will be part of the actual game, part of the actual track, rather than objects that can be moved around. Anyway, who have we got here? We've got Twin Cam leading Lorenzo. And Sufor is keeping that gap steady to Falcon. This is a difficult place to be. You see the 2 drivers ahead disappearing off into the distance, and then you've got 3 cars, or now probably 4 or 5 cars, in your mirrors that all want your podium spot. No way forward for Sufor at this point, only backwards. And he's doing a great job. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. 3 laps to go after this one. well, including this one, sorry, 2 to go after this one.
Yeah, Gabor will be about to cross start finish to begin the penultimate lap. He's got lap traffic here. Nick Moosey in the silver, down in 28th and last at the minute. Going to cut adrift, unfortunately. He will have to obey these flags to ensure the race leader can carry on as normal. His lead has actually increased thanks to a fastest lap, 6.1 seconds to the good. And Ricciardo just has to sit and admire his teammates' performance. It's a classic Gabor opener here, to say the least. And he just needs to hang in there for another 3 minutes or so, or 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, really nice opener so far. Asserting his authority on season 1 of the 2025 Rony's Tuesday Fun Race calendar. And yeah, it's great to see so many people back. Got some new faces in the mix, and some old hands, as we've got contact there between Lorenzo between Mouseman and Nozzle. Nozzle wanting to get through, and Nozzle is going to have to try something soon because he's running out of time. There's no time left for pleasantries. Got to make the move in the next 2 laps.
That's it, exactly. Yeah, just has to keep working. He's so close. Just needs to make absolutely sure, and the job will be done. Using all the obstacles on the side there just to make sure you can get through the corner. Mouseman, and also perhaps cut adrift now from Falcon. So Su4 is peaking at just the right time. Yeah, maybe those front or those left-hand side tires could be a little bit anxious now. He just needs to keep them alive a little bit longer. But yeah, final lap, 1 to go. Gabor has pretty much lost. He's gained even more time as Rick, as he didn't get into the 2-minute 2s like Gabor did. So yeah, it's really just one-way traffic here. Hussam got a personal best there to begin his final lap, so Nossel has to watch out. He can't relax for a moment here. Here comes Hussam. Pekka Koivunen in the pits actually didn't fuel the car up correctly. He has to splash and dash.
Oh, that's a big mistake to make in a sprint race where you don't have to make a pit stop. Misfueling the car on the grid can cost you, and it has done. Not a good start to Pekka Koivunen's 2025 campaign. But Hussam, definitely thought that could have been a little bit too late on the brakes for him, but Nozzle will be all right if he can just navigate the final few corners. And speaking of the final few corners, Owen, Gabber's nearly at the line.
Yeah, he's so close now. You can sense the next half lap is his to do as he wishes. He'll have the chicane coming up now. Probably the trickiest corner in a battle, but on his own, he knows exactly how to negotiate the slalom. And now the flat out chicane. You won't notice it in this car whatsoever. And now the final 3 corners to go, Pete.
Yeah, you'll certainly notice it on the new profiling of Aston. But anyway, that's for a later discussion. A bit of a slide, a huge drift through the final corner, and why not? Bit of showboating. Gabber, Owen setting the gauntlet, setting the benchmark for 2025 with a commanding victory here in round 1 of season 1 of the 2025 RTFR campaign. 32 minutes, very fast race time, considering how these are normally worked out. So I think we've got a driver out of fuel. Nozzle's out of fuel. He's misfueled as well. So
goodness, yeah.
Unlikely. Who's that's going to...
Unite is taunting him, I think.
Unite thought about it. But then remembered that actually there are points and prizes on stake for the Drivers' Championship. I like the I like the sort of thought of, should I push him? No, I shouldn't push him.
Don't.
But there we go. Unite stealing away P7. But yeah, Gabor, great result to start his 2025 season. And good turnout today and a nice race. Some good battles, some good overtaking, and nice to see Aston cut back in the rotation. We've not seen it for a long time.
Yeah, like it's definitely a really clever layout. Definitely works the cornering aspect of Aston very well. Like, of course, so many long straights around Aston in general, particularly the endurance layout. You'll have a lot of back straights, but in this case, it's mainly the corners that are allowed to shine around here. So yeah, that's exactly what this toy Yoda needed.
Indeed. Just waiting for a couple of drivers to cross the line. Mika Sarkinen, who will be joining us for another season, of RTFR XL. Also live on Twitch in VR for this year, so do check out his channel. Didn't really make much of an impression on this race, but we'll give him time and we'll give him a buy. He's driving in VR. It's not the easiest of ways to navigate the track, but anyway, we'll see more of him next time out. And let's give you a rundown of the full results then. Gabba in 32 minutes and 52 seconds wins ahead of his teammate Rick Cardle, and Sufor holds on to that podium. I think that's a great effort there, Owen, for Sufor to hold on to that. That was a big challenge.
100%, yeah. He really set a high bar for himself, qualifying behind the Sidus drivers, and the competition behind him was intense, to say the least. About 5 drivers were all within the orbit of him. He never once blinked, so yeah, that's absolutely amazing to finish 3rd position. Certainly on a day where Sidus, if they didn't dominate as they often do, then yeah, Sufor could have laid the claim to victory. But yeah, excellent start to the season for Sufor in particular. But of course, anyone in the probably the top 15 deserve a lot of credit there. Like Magic there, 14th, had a good battle with Sidoris and Mad Jester as well. So yeah, it's great to see all those drivers getting stuck in early.
Yeah, brilliant stuff, and thank you everyone else for joining us, especially for the first round of the year. 32 drivers completing the race this evening, and Gabba getting the fastest lap, a 2:02.23. So commendable race time there for him for sure. That's it for tonight's action, but we'll be back for more RTFR Season 1 with the 350th edition in 2 weeks' time with the Formula BMW Sauber in its F1 spec in Live for Speed in 2 weeks' time at Fern Bay Gold Reverse, January 21st, same time, same place here on Super Broadcast. Of course, as Gabba there in the background finally remembers that there's a podium and navigates his way onto victory lane for I can't remember how many he's won of these by now, but it's not his first time on the podium. It certainly won't be the last. Gabba winning the inaugural round of the 2025 calendar. So congrats to him, and thanks, Owen. That was a blast.
Yeah, brilliant start to the year, and we will definitely appreciate that one to get us moving. But of course, we do have the 1 week intermission to come along next week. So we'll be really busy come the end of the month. So we'll certainly reflect on this one, and then we'll be all guns blazing towards round 2 and then XL as well. So busy month ahead.
Busy week ahead for you, Owen, as we hide the RTFR graphics and talk a little bit about what's coming up on Saturday. You're taking part in the LFS France Endurance Series 4 Hours of Kyoto in support of the 24 Hours for Anna charity events that are happening, and we're covering it here on Sim Broadcast. So 4 hours of Kyoto this Saturday from 8 p.m. UTC until midnight, and it's going to be a blast, though, and I think you're looking forward to it quite a lot with Steve Martin.
Yeah, Steve and I are a duo in the GT3 category, but of course we do have the P2 prototypes as well. They'll be blasting along. Kyoto as well. So yeah, the 2-tier action mixed class should be absolutely exciting. We of course the GT3s. We have a great variety of vehicles to choose from. So yeah, we're in the BMW M4, but of course plenty of other high caliber GT3 cars will be on show as well. So we'll do our utmost to keep our momentum going after we got a podium last year to begin the season in LFS France Endurance. So yeah, we need to keep it going as best we can.
Yeah, LMP2s and GT3 action from Kyoto Ring International from 8 p.m. here on Saturday, the 11th of January. We hope you can join us for that, the LFS France Endurance Series, 4 Hours of Kyoto, in support of the 24 Hours for Anna charity series. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you in the future for more Live for Speed action. From all of us here at Sim Broadcast, and to all of you, thank you very much. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
So long.